up, YouTube? It's Todd Horst here with Tasty Tracker. I'm sitting outside, so hopefully you can hear me. It's right about at market close, so we're able to see that my count is right around 5,500, somewhere in that area. So with the downturn in the recent days, the count got down to 5,200, 5,300, somewhere in there. And so now we're sitting, like I said, right around 5,500, and of course it's already gone messed up since after hours. So it was fun to see that in real time. But anyway, yesterday I didn't get to make a video. That was my kids. I have two kids. Their first day of cyber school. So I was doing my regular work and IT work for them, and so it was very busy. Didn't feel like making the video last night. But basically, yesterday I opened up the Apple position here that we see. And it is the 105, 110. I actually entered that incorrectly into Tasty Tracker when I logged it, so thank you for pointing that out. If you haven't used the site in a bit, this past weekend I spent a lot of time rewriting some queries and adding some indexes, etc., to help things be a bit more performant. So still lots of work to be done as far as speed and bug fixes and features, but you know, every week we make some progress. So anyway, so this is the typical sort of 45-day out position with a 40% in the money. That's always my sort of my baseline, and then I go from there to adjust it as needed. So I don't do weeklies, and so the monthly here is 37 days to expiration. Of course, it was 38 when I did it. And then, you know, right now we're sitting at 37. I'm not, I don't have the notes pulled up, so I'm not sure what it was yesterday. But yeah, so right around where I want to. And for that, we can go over to activity. See what it was filled on. Okay, so we filled it at 173, which is 160 is my ideal or sort of standard expectation that I get. So we're right above my ideal range there, which is nice. And then I go ahead and at the time of entry, I always put the 50% minus $1 close order. That way that's true or 50% including commissions. Yeah, so with the market consolidating and bouncy, you know, having a downturn the past couple days, you definitely want to practice what I've been saying this entire challenge, where we enter positions on slowly. So I intended on doing one a week until I get back up to be fully invested. That's especially true between now and election. After election, I don't really mind getting into positions, assuming the market has especially stabilized a little bit. But between now and then, every position I put on, I want to be a little bit more conservative, or at least a little bit more sure in that position. For example, PDD is not a ticker that I am insanely comfortable with, so that would be a position that I would not put on today if I had some spare cash sitting around. So those are just my thoughts. I enter in slowly, as I've been saying, and with the new entry here, I've got in Apple, I've got 38 in cash, so still almost double what we started the account challenge with. And the account is sitting again at 5,500, so we're halfway through the challenge. And so I want to make sure that I don't put unneeded stress on myself to complete the challenge in any sort of time. My focus is to complete the challenge, not to do it in X number of days. All right, so that's my mentality going into it. I want to have positions on, maintain exposure, but not a complete fully invested. So let's go over to the chart here. This looks much better to me. I was expecting us to have SPY come down to 330, and we didn't quite make it there. We got close, and then we bounced up again. Excuse me for the dogs. So Yeah, the question is whether we get another downturn and we can hit the 50-day, or if that was it for the correction. As far as like specific tickers, I think they all look pretty good. In my opinion, they all had pretty nice bounces, either on the 20-day or the 50-day. You can see Amazon here had a really nice bounce off of the 50-day, and now we're sitting up. And I would expect within the next 2 weeks we'll reclaim the 20-day, and that's really where we want to hang out with. If we can look back here through the history, Amazon here has been climbing on the 20-day. So obviously it would be ideal that we get back up to that point. Somewhere in the 33, 32, or yeah, 33, 32 range, and then hover above that. Same with SPY. If we look back through the whole way down to the beginning of the recovery, so that would be early April, we'll say, this entire time we've been hugging the 20-day SMA. So I really want, at this point, if we're rebounding, I'm looking for it to cross above the purple line here, the 20-day SMA, and get to about 345. And if that acts as resistance, as it did today, I'm not sure how well you can see that. Let me see if I can blow that up a bit. Okay. So we can see that the 20-day acted as resistance today on SPY, and it bounced off a 342-ish. That was the high. If that continues to be the case and then we get rejected here and come down, obviously that's not good news. So I'll be looking to see what it happens, if the 50-day can hold and if we can get above the 20-day and stay at that position. But like I've been saying, we've been climbing up here this entire time. I would expect that the administration would not allow it to go too much, if at all, below the 50-day. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, so I don't think I really have anything else to cover. Only the Apple position was new. I haven't taken anything else off that I remember, although maybe I should go double check since the last video. So we have Apple here, and yeah, so I closed shop 9/1, so I think that was on the last video. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know, but otherwise we'll leave it there. Thanks.